Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new. I thought I would just do a quick little kind of skin tutorial-esque thing with the Crayola Colours of the World pencils. If you're looking for a good, cheap, budget pencil set to do skin, I cannot recommend them enough. They are a little hard. Well, okay, they are hard. They are a hard pencil. But they layer really well, I have found. And you can get some really nice effects using them. So yeah. So I thought I would do this girl. This is Sakuems Illustrations Natural Enchantment colouring book. This is the PDF version. So I want to I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. I am going to take this out of here. I need to get bigger rings. I'll take a couple of pages off here. And then I am just going to flip it upside down and put it on that because I'm a lefty, and yeah, us lefties get shafted. So let us bring us in and we'll make a start. So I want to do her kind of very, almost overly sweet kind of thing. So I think I'm going to give her like a very pink skin tone. So I'm going to go and use the rose ones. I'm going to start with a very light rose. And just very gently work it. You may not be able to see this. As it is, it is a very light colour. But yeah. So just going to pop this over her face. And we're just going to use that as our base. So I hope everyone is doing good today. It is early Tuesday morning. By early, I mean it's about 1 AM. I've not had a huge amount of time to film recently. I've had a lot of work to do, still do, but so I haven't really had much time to just kind of sit down and do a video. But I've had this one in my head for a bit. And I know more people are getting the Crayola Colours of the World pencils. So I thought, it might be good to kind of just do a video on them and just show how I use them. I still can't speak apparently. I am by no means an expert. well, anything, to be honest. But I'm pleased with, you know, what I do, so yeah. So you can't really see it, but you can see that there is a difference between up here where I haven't coloured and here where I have. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone in with a slightly darker colour to start with, but it's fine. So I find that the most important thing when using Crayola, like any of your classic Crayolas, whether that's, you know, the Colour of the World set or just, you know, the normal ones, is to work in layers. I have found that is how they work best. If you try and go in really heavy to start with, you're not going to have a very good time. And you're not going to get a lot of pigment out of the pencil doing that. Okay. Now I'm just going to go over a little bit again. Like I said, it is lots of patience, lots of layers, and they work really nice. You can probably see it, colour now kind of starting to appear. And I find doing it like this gives you really nice smooth lay down, which is what we want for skin, especially for a beautiful young lady like this one. She is definitely not going to have any flaws in her skin, that's for sure. Oh, okay. I've got a crane fly. And the rabbit is running amok. Just in case you are wondering about any noise you can hear. Okay, so you can now definitely tell that there is colour on there. And in case you were wondering, that was the focus. No, okay. Very light rose. Now I do like to mix up my my colours. So in the Colours of the World set, you have rose, almond, and golden. And you can, obviously you can stick to just one. And so I'll just use all of the roses, which is what I am doing in this one at the moment. But feel free to mix them up. You can mix a rose and a golden, rose and almond up. But I thought, just to keep it simple, I'm just going to use the rose. So next is a light medium rose. We are just going to start putting this kind of in the shadows a little bit. So, what has everyone been doing recently? I've been working quite a bit in Colour Crystopia books. And I've actually really been enjoying them. Sorry, this is something on here that's making it scratchy. It's better. So yeah, I've been doing some pages in the Colour Crystopia books. I've got the white backgrounds or white lined ones, and I actually really like colouring the lines in and kind of playing around with various different colours. It's quite fun to do, actually. What else? I still need to get Rita Berman's new book, Trip Around Asia, or Walk Around Asia, or whichever it translates to. I'm not entirely sure. I need to get that. I really want it. I think it's available now on Amazon. The last time I looked, it was like a ridiculous amount of time for delivery. But I think it's not too bad now. But we'll see. I just need to wait until I get paid, and I'll probably get it. Well, saying that, I do need to start thinking about Christmas. God. Yeah. Definitely need to start thinking about Christmas. Yeah. Need to figure out if my brother and his fiancée are gonna come down to visit or not. If not, I can kind of hold off buying them something, for a little. As it would then just get sent off. I feel like she has like a very short kind of face. It's a bit like me actually. My face is very short, kind of like my features are quite low down on my face, if that makes sense. She's very cute. Hopefully you can kind of start seeing the colour. Now I'm going to add this to her lips as well. I'm going to put it on just a little bit heavier. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I know I'm concentrating here. Apparently, my brain doesn't want me to colour and concentrate and talk at the same time. Yeah. Okay. So that was the light medium rose. Next, we're gonna go with medium deep rose. And again, we're gonna just go and pop this in the kind of darkest of areas. So kind of very, very edge of the face. You know, creases of the eyes. And where the hair will cast a shadow as well. So I wouldn't normally just use the rose ones, as it can look a bit too pink. Or maybe, you know, make you look a little bit like you've kind of caught the sun a bit, kind of thing. But I think it works quite well if you're colouring someone who's younger. I think it just gives them a very kind of, I don't know, just very youthful and pretty, delicate looking. Almost, I guess, kind of slightly fey-like. So I'm just going to add this a little heavier in the shadow. this and just put a little bit of blush on her cheeks. And you want to go very, very gently with it. So you don't want a hugely obvious kind of circle, and she'll start looking a little bit like a clown. So you just want to very gently almost kind of just gently buffing it, I guess, just, you know, nice and gentle, and just slowly build up that colour. Remember, you can always add more, but it is definitely harder to reduce it. See it there a little bit. So let's do it a little bit more on the side. And then just a little bit more on the shadows here. Okay. So now I am going to go back to the very light rose, and I'm going to go over it all again. So again, just working in layers. And take your time. Don't be tempted to rush with these. They don't like being rushed. When I first got them, I was kind of just like trying to colour really heavy with them, and just kind of, you know, smush them onto the paper and all of that, and it just didn't work, and I hated them. But then I kind of stopped and was like, right, okay, let's just kind of, you know, just treat them like I treat, you know, my more kind of expensive pencil sets. You know, my more premium quality, yada 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 ones, and just do layers and layers and layers. And when I started doing that, they came to life for me. Like, they really did. And they are quite possibly one of my favourite budget sets. Yeah, they are. And by budget sets, I'm talking like under £20 for a set kind of thing. Just give this a sharpen a second. Now, one thing about these is they are quite difficult to sharpen. The wood is a very, very hard wood. So it is difficult to kind of turn them, and you do sometimes get kind of some grooves and, you know, things like that. And, you know, they can be hard on the hands to use. Especially when you get to, you know, more layers. And you know, when you get more layers up, you do have to start pressing quite hard. And kind of start burnishing them a little bit. But you don't want to start doing that too soon. So as you can see, I'm just, you know, adding layers up, basically. Currently still using the, what one is this, the Very Light Rose. And just layering up. Missed a bit here. Should have been a little bit of shadow there, oh well. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to, sorry, hitting the camera. There we go, back to the light medium rose. And just go back with some of our shadows again a little bit. Now, remember this was our middle colour basically. So you don't want to come too far in with it. But we want to just, you know, give it sorry, I just completely forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, sorry, that has gone into the recesses of my mind, apparently. Fancy that. But yeah, we're just going to go and kind of just define our midtones just a little bit more. So doing this, I was wondering, would you be interested in seeing how I do skin tones in other pencil sets? I'm personally very much, I just pick kind of random colours and go for it. But I know people do tend to like being told, like, yeah, you use this colour, then this colour, then this colour, and kind of have it as like a recipe kind of thing. Whereas personally, I am just kind of throw everything in a pan and see what comes out kind of person. Now I'm going back in again with the very light rose. I'm just going to kind of blend. And that is pretty much it. Just for, you know, a really simple, sweet kind of skin colour, skin tone. Light does look to be washing it out slightly. Let's see if it's any better. Yeah, that's a little bit better now. Turn the light off. So yeah, that is pretty much how you know how I do this kind of very youthful skin colour on this very beautiful young lady using the Crayola Colours of the World pencils. So yeah, I'm really liking how she's turning out so far, actually. Yeah. So if you've got any questions, please do let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, let me know what you think. You know, it's just done with 3 colours. 3 of the rose colours, and yeah, obviously you can, you know, you can do a lot more, you can go a lot more complicated, but I just wanted to keep it really simple. And yeah, I hope you like it. So thank you very much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye!